We're having a lovely evening by the campfire, a glass of wine, and just enjoying listening to the waves. We don't have a view, but we can hear them.
I can see them in my mind.
So Pacifica has about 3 views, and they're up on G section. Taken. This week we're going to take you on a tour of the Pacific City RV Campground. What I love the most about this campground is you can close your eyes, and no matter where you are in the park, you can hear the sound of the ocean. Nikita is always on guard. All right, I don't know about Fred, but I think Pacifica is freezing. At what degrees?
54.
54 degrees. We are slowly losing our tan. So Fred and I are sipping some fine wine from...
It's not that fine.
Hey, it's from Sonoma. From Mendocino. Nikita likes sitting in front of the van guarding us. So we feel very safe while we're relaxing by the fire. Here we are on a beautiful rainy Oregon day. Nikita and I did get our walk in before it started raining. But we're just gonna sit underneath the awning and enjoy this cool summer breeze. Guess it's better than 108 down south. Here on the West Coast, my tan is fading. Oh no. I get a better tan in the winter in the south than I can't keep out west in the summer. There's not a whole lot of viewpoints from the campsites, but you can hear the ocean sounds wherever you are. These weren't open when we were here, but I'll let you in on a little secret. There are a few sites that you can see the ocean from, and C15 is one. C14 is another. G22 and G24 have ocean view sites from the cliff. Walking up to the lodge, get a sneak peek at some of this beautiful greenery and blue ocean. G20 also overlooks the ocean. The views from the lodge are stunning. You get the best of both worlds, the ocean and the trees. The gazebo sits right on top of the hill between B and C areas. If you choose to walk instead of drive and park, on the other side of the gazebo, there's a little trail. You'll find that in C section. When you're walking along, keep looking through those pines and vines because you'll never know when you're going to see a scenic view of the ocean. So what's special about this gazebo? The campground hosts campfires here. Free s'mores, check it out. There's also an amazing view of the Pacific from here. One of the most beautiful views from a gazebo that I've been to. I think we'll sit right up here for a minute and take a break. If you look way out there, you can see where the ocean meets the sky. What I like most about many of these sites is they are very private. You're surrounded by greenery. Many of your sites come with picnic tables and fire rings. Area C and D are also standard sites, which means they don't have sewer. Fred and I chose a site in section C because it's close to the beach trail, and one of my favorite things to do is to walk on the beach. I love our site. We have a privacy hedge all the way around. Well, maybe not at the entrance. We have water and electric. That's okay, we know where the dump station is. There are bear-proof trash cans scattered throughout the campground. What is special about D area and some other campsites? We have a fish cleaning station. Whether you're fishing in the ocean or picking up shellfish, you can bring it right here on the campground and clean it. Once upon a time, you could weigh it. I don't think it works anymore though. You see what I see? Somebody has a good sense of humor. If you can't pull up your shellfish regulations on your phone, it's posted back behind the fish cleaning station. We are headed up to the upper section where you'll find your lodge in sections F, G, H, I, J, and K. It's a little bit of a hill to climb. It's fun to watch some of the bigger rigs come up this way. Some of them have to make a 2 or 3 point turn. At least they provide a mirror so you can see what you're doing going around this curve. Keep climbing up the hill because at the top you're going to be rewarded with the lodge, swimming pool and spa, and the recreation area. Not sure why, but there's water and electric. There are several places all in a row by Rambler's Overlook Trail across from the playground. If I were to guess, I would think it's probably storage with electric and water, but it's only a guess. The recreation area is down in this little valley. It's across from Rambler's Overlook and right before you get to the lodge. Your recreation equipment can be found right here in this storage shed. There's a pickleball court here. I believe this basketball goal is set for the littles. Even I can slam dunk it here. That'd look pretty impressive for the 2-year-olds. There's an outside stage here. The pickleball court might make a good dance floor. Put it in the comments below if you've ever seen a dance or activity go on here. What could be more fun than live music out here in the woods? There's a playground for the kiddios. This is a fun sport. Easy to put up at a campground. Tetherball. At the top of the hill, you'll find the lodge. When we first checked in, the ranger told me it's a must-see. There's no other lodge around like this one. Inside at the bottom of the lodge, there is a rec room. They have table tennis. There's a pool table here. While you're shooting pool or playing table tennis, the kids can play in the kids' room. You can keep an eye on them, and they can keep an eye on you. There's a little seating area here as well. Now the lodge is one of the only places you can get good Wi-Fi. If you're looking for something to do, you can take the 3 Capes scenic route. They list 12 places to stop by on your way. Let's go upstairs and see what's going on. There's a place to sit and pamphlets to look at to figure out things to do in the area. So we're still not up in the lodge yet. We're getting ready to go onto the main level. It's very pretty in here. Windows for scenic viewing, lots of seating. It reminds me of a little Wi-Fi cafe. They do have a book exchange and drop-off in here. You can climb up to the very top of the lodge. I love all the windows and the bright natural light in here. There are access ramps into the lodge, so you can get into the main lodge from outside and the bottom portion of the lodge from outside. There are picnic tables and an observation deck. I keep coming up here trying to get a really pretty sunshiny view. I'm not sure if that's possible while we're here, but I'll keep trying. By the lodge is where you'll find the covered pool. Across from the pool are the men and women's showers. Outside the pool there are a couple of loungers in case you want to try to get some sun out here. I don't think there's any to be had. Wait, is that what I think it is? A little bit of sunshine trying to peek out on the Oregon coast. I need it. I'm not a huge fan of covered pools. I doubt if I get in this one. Pretty steamy in here. My favorite inside pool so far has been Whaler's Rest. I like the fact that the spa is outside. It's not inside. I figured it out. Come in here, sit on a chair, makes a good steam room. Here in F section, intermingled among the campsites, are the yurts. They seem pretty full this week. There are also several cabins. Here's just a few of them in the I section. Here are a few samples of your cottages and cabins. These are the getaway cabins, and they are scattered throughout I section and some of the other sections as well. It's really nice to have a place to wash your pet. They're not allowed in the restrooms, so if you come in from the salt water, the sand dunes, it's nice to give them a spray. Thousand Trails Pacific City is close to Pacific City and not far from Tillamook Creamery. Not long ago we were in Cloverdale, California. Check that out on our YouTube channel as well. Today we're in Cloverdale, Oregon. Everything's lush and green, and there's so very few colors in here that every time I see something colorful, we're going to stop and take a little video. When you pull up, you'll see the Welcome Center on your right. You'll pull up on your left where there are 2 spots for RVs to park. You're going to check in at the office and get your gate code. You want to take a rest at the Welcome Center? They do have a couple of picnic tables. It's very peaceful here. They do not have a dog park here, but they have mutt mitts. Their claim to fame is that they're better than a bag. You'll find them scattered throughout the park. Your Welcome Center has a ramp so you can access it. The ramp is right beside the handicap parking. I love when they have seating on the front porch so you can sit and relax, especially if they're rocking chairs and swings. But these are pretty cool. They go with the beach theme. They're pet friendly. They have a bowl of water on the porch as well as treats inside for your pet. If you're checking in late, they'll leave your packet in this box. When you go into the office, you will find DVDs. There's also a place for you to sit and watch TV when it's also noisy. They have the bare necessities there in a little camp store. And accordingly to this campground, the bare necessities are laundry detergent and supplies, a lighter in case you forgot yours, firewood, kindling, color rocks to put in your fire. And that's all you need while you're here. I could agree with that. There are not a lot of sites here, but they sure are spread out. So let's get started. To make it easier for entering and exiting, there is one way in through the gate code, and then there is a second drive for you to exit. Restroom 1 is the closest to Area A and Area B. They're very similar, so I'll show you the inside of the one we're camped beside. Area A and B are in the forest, definitely a pine forest. There are a couple of pull-through sites. Most of them are back in, and they are big rig friendly. They have both electric and water. Somebody forgot something. Can you spy what it is? Pacifica can host tents to big rigs. At the top of the hill, right after Area B, is a great place to unhook your toad if you're looking for one. It's also a place where some people leave their boats and trailers. This is actually a multi-purpose area. It's also the parking lot for the gazebo. Now this campground is very hilly and very spaced out. You'll appreciate the parking areas. Oregon is very hospitable when it comes to the choice of words. They realize we come from all over the United States. Whether you call it a sanitation station or a dump station, they have a place for you to empty those tanks. There are 2 dump stations. This one is between B and C area. There's not always an availability for a site with sewer. This is restroom number 2. It's centrally located in the C, D, and E sections. There are 4 toilets here at bathhouse number 2. One is ADA handicap accessible. Looks like they've remodeled in here a little bit. There are 2 showers in here. You share the changing room with the handicapped accessible. They also have a baby changing station in here. That always makes changing a diaper just a little bit simpler. The shower is big and plentiful. Even has a shower hose that you can bring down to you if you have to sit to take a shower. There's a built-in shower chair here. There's one handle so you can adjust for water. If you don't like the shower chair in here, there's an adjustable one in the changing area. I thought the shower room looked nice enough that I'd come on in here and check it out myself. And you couldn't resist, it had a little caddy and everything. I'm here to tell you, the water gets really nice and warm, but the pressure is not that amazing. So next shower will be back in our van. I did give it a try. The laundry room is open about 9 in the morning, closes at 9 at night. So I kind of like the laundry rooms where you can go in anytime. There are 5 washing machines. Their costs are $2.25 each. There are 6 dryers and they're $2 each. They take CSC app only or credit card. There we are, right in front of the Haystack. Looks a little different than the Haystacks out in the Midwest.
All right, it's time for the Pacific City Cellular Service Report. Well, there's not a whole lot of cellular here, folks. I just want to tell you that right up front. In our next video, I'll show you how I increased my odds of getting cellular service in the old van. But we got T-Mobile, first place at 9.64 megabits per second down, and 1.29 megabits per second up. Yeah, it's usable. And then AT&T 6.21 and 0.10 megabits per second down. Still a little usable, but Verizon wasn't there at all, so never could get a decent signal out of that one. So there you go. That's it. And maybe the sun will come out and you can go play on the beach and you don't need any internet. So let's hope for that. We'll talk to you next time.